Hey friends, welcome back. I just got done at the gym and I wanted to do a couple of my favorite kind of low back and side stretches. These are two really great stretches to incorporate after a workout. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath because I literally just got home from the gym. Or they are also good to do if you sit a lot at a desk job. This is going to loosen up your low back. The area that we're kind of focusing on is going to be right here. It's the quadratus lumborum. So that's going to be an area that can be kind of difficult to stretch, but when you hit it, oh my gosh, does it feel amazing. And it's just going to loosen up that low back tension, open up the side body a little bit more, give you a little bit more space to breathe, a little bit more space to room, or a little bit more space to move. And then also it's going to help loosen up the hips and get all of this area feeling a lot better. So we are going to start with a standing pose. This is going to be Trikonasana or triangle pose. You can start it from the top of your mat. You're just going to take one leg, take a giant step back. So my steps are a little bit big, so you're not going to be able to see my foot, but my foot looks like this just further back. So you're going to have front toes that way, back toes that way. And if you look down at your feet, you want to keep your heels roughly in line. If that feels a little unbalanced, you can move it so that your front heel is in line with the middle arch of your back foot. Depending on what yoga lineage you come from or how you were taught it, you'll have heard either way. I found that I like my heels to be a little bit more in line. I feel like it gives me more freedom in the hips, but feel it out, play with it, make it work for you. So we've got this nice wide open stance, and as you can see, I'm locking my knees. You don't want to do that. I always lock my knees, it's a bad habit. So you want to keep just a little bit of softness. So we're not super locked out, but we're going to keep a soft bend, just a micro bend, just enough that we're not putting that extra strain on the tendons by locking our knees. So take a nice deep breath in, expand through the sides, and you're going to reach out with that front arm. So we're reaching out and extending. This back arm can just kind of rest for right now. But we're not twisting. We're keeping our chest and hips open towards the side, reaching out as far as we can, and then you just let the hand fall wherever it's going to. This is a place where a block can be handy. You can just have that block at the end of your hand, reach out, stay open, and just let your hand rest on that block. Or you can rest on your leg, or maybe you're all the way down on the floor. I'm not quite there yet, I'm at my leg. So then notice we've got this nice openness across the top. We're not collapsing our chest inwards, but we're actively rotating our rib cage, opening our chest towards the side, and then we expand the arm upwards. The temptation is to wing this arm open to try to get more through the chest, but we want to keep our shoulders stabilized. So we want those fingertips right up above our shoulder. All of the rotation comes from the hips and the rib cage. So your thighs are lifting up and in. Your left hip is tucking under, your right hip is peeling open, and you've got this beautiful stretch all along this side. And you can just look up at your fingertips and smile and breathe. To get out of it, take a soft bend into the knees. Inhale, come on up. And then you can cheat and just turn your toes to do the other way if you're just doing this as a stretch. So again, lift through the core. A little softness in the knees. Tailbone is going to tuck under, so you're going to feel that opening across the front of your hips, across the front of your chest. Reaching out, expanding through the side body. Let that hand fall, and then drift up. And notice if these two sides might feel different. You know, as you can see, I'm not nearly as low down on this side. It's because my right side hurts all the time, so I give it a lot more love. So I need to work on my left side. That's been doing all of that beautiful stabilizing work for me. We're just going to breathe here, feel that opening all through here. So, yeah, Trikonasana is really a side bend and a side stretch. Check in with those knees, make sure they're not locked. Deep breath in, and exhale, come on out of it. Whew, that feels so good and juicy all down this side area. We're going to take it down to the mat for my other favorite, and this is Janu Shirshasana. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. So you're going to take one foot. I'm going to start here with my left. It'll look like your right. I'm going to tuck it in here to the inside of my thigh. If coming up here is a little bit too difficult, you can can bring it down. Just make sure you're not pressing on the knees. So you just fold it into a place that's comfortable. You're gonna take your extended leg out at about a 45-degree angle from the hip. So we don't wanna be straight forward. We don't wanna be out here. We want a nice happy medium. You're gonna make sure you're sitting on both sit bones. The temptation is to kind of do this lean, but really ground in. Feel those bones pressing down into the mat. Sit up tall, relax the chin, deep breath in. Lift up, rotate your chest towards your toes, and exhale, fold down, reaching your forehead down towards your knee. Now this is the reason this is called Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. The forehead just drops down. And again, if you're here, just hang out here. This is a beautiful spot to be. But you're just going to go as far as your body is ready. And just breathe into it. I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is talking to me. She always talks to me when I'm stretching. And then we're just gonna go for the other side. Normally you'd hold that just a little bit longer. So you can see she's joining us today. This is Coco. She likes to be involved in everything. Hi. So, again, sitting up nice and tall. We've got our foot tucked in, our leg out. Taking a deep breath in. Lift through the rib cage, rotate through the heart, and fold. Reaching that forehead down. You might feel some stretching in the back of your leg, but we're also going for this opening through the side. That's where the twist comes in. So if we just kind of flop, we may not get a lot. To advance this a little bit, you're going to take your hand, bring it to the inside of your leg, and open up over the side. So we're taking that rotation, opening it just like triangle pose, drop that shoulder into its socket, and then extend from there. So we're not hunching, but we're doing that full chest open rotation, which will again open up through the side body. You can hang out there for a few breaths, and bring yourself back up. And that is our little yoga session for today. Two of my favorites, Janu Sirsasana and Trikonasana. Coco's favorite too, because she loves it when I stretch and she likes to hang out. But hopefully those will help you feel better in your daily life. It was lovely having you along for this practice, and we will meet again soon.